everyone, welcome back. This is Callaway, and what a surprise! Batwoman ratings sink to an all-time low again. Fans tune out Batwoman and Supergirl amid coronavirus. With so many people at home due to coronavirus, TV ratings have been through the roof, but that is not the case for both Batwoman and Supergirl because they're both woke political shitfests, which actually have been seeing a decline in viewership. Uh, I was I was off work a little while ago, and when I was recovering from an injury, so I had not much to watch. So I was a bit late. I'd watched all the other. I'd watched Arrow from the start. Arrow was really good. I liked the first few seasons of Flash, but I never watched Supergirl. So I had nothing to do, so I just started a binge Supergirl for a little while. Season one, I didn't mind because I think season one of Supergirl was with CBS, I think it was, or one of them other networks, and then season two was when they went into the CW universe. And season two, it just went, my gosh, it went with the whole sister and coming out as gay and her father being a Mexican immigrant, and it just went to complete trash. And I stomached season one, two, and three, and I couldn't finish it. I couldn't do season four. And they done all the Mexican immigrant. The president was a woman for the Hillary Clinton, and she was an alien. It was just crap. I don't know how people can stomach it. It's just awful. Checking out numbers prior to coronavirus lockdown in March reveals over 800k viewers for Batwoman and over 650k for Supergirl, but the numbers are drastically down. Sunday's episode saw 673k tune in for Batwoman, follows last week's series low 605k for Supergirl. So we see both shows actually lost viewers with more potential viewers available to watch the series. Regarding the record TV ratings, the recent NFL draft scored TV audience cable news has soared. I watched the draft on ESPN down in Australia. It was pretty boring, wasn't it? Without all the crowds and stuff, it was quite boring. The Price is Right has biggest audience in 4 years. Chicago Fire recorded most popular. Chicago Med and PD last in the 4 years. FBI and FBI Most Wanted ratings had record ratings. It's all been reported TV viewership is up almost 20%, but again, no one is tuning into these DC shows on CW because they've taken this golden egg that they had with the popularity of comic book characters, and they've been able to make this universe like a Justice League kind of universe of the characters that haven't been on big screen, and they've just completely dropped the ball, and they've just turned it into a political, feminist, left-wing ideology TV show, and no one wants to watch it. The Flash, the first 2 seasons were really, really good. Season 3 was okay with when the villain was also Barry Allen as well, the guy in the big glass suit. I can't remember his name. And then it just went crap. Season 4 was awful. Iris West was made the showrunner, and everything was about her. And Barry Allen couldn't save someone without getting a pep talk from his wife. Both Batwoman and Supergirl have already renewed for new seasons. See, I think I might be wrong, so don't hate me for it, but the only reason these 2 shows have not been cancelled despite the low ratings is because they're both left-wing political propaganda shows. So it's like they won't cancel it because they know they're going to get from the vocal minority, the people that don't exist on the Twitter outrage mob, that if they cancel these shows, they're going to have a PR nightmare of people making a big scene online about being cancelled because you're being racist, you're being bigoted, you're cancelling the show that was diversity, and so if they were a normal show and they were getting these low ratings like any other show, I think they would have been cancelled by now. And now Batwoman's been renewed for season 2, so we'll see if Batwoman gets a full season 2. that episode where Batwoman, the alter ego, Batwoman had to come out as gay. It's like, who cares about that crap? They don't do that for the male characters. And every CW show's got more gay people every season. Um, Nothing against gay people. I'm just saying, like, it's way out of hand. Race swap characters. Jimmy Olsen in the CW Supergirl show. That's not Jimmy Olsen. People like the nerdy cameraman. What is ironic about Batwoman is that when CW first promoted the series, the CW and DC promoted it as an anti-male, anti-Batman. But now we're seeing introducing the Batman villain Hush. We'll see if they ruin that. And yeah, there's the ratings. But it's just, I tuned out. I couldn't stomach it anymore. Um, I've noticed now even a lot of TV shows are going really woke, like just your normal stuff. Chicago PD, I really liked that show, and then it always had political crap in it, but now it seems like every character is gay, and the latest, the season of PD, the new chick, the Rojas, when she was first introduced, she says that Trudy Platt, I'm black and I'm Mexican, and then Trudy Platt's like, don't care what color your skin is. So it's just that was her introduction to the character, was she's black and she's Mexican, like just identity politics. And Chicago Fire, I've liked that show. Didn't like the way the silly ambulance treated that Matt character all the time, just treated him like a doormat. But um, like what's the character, that Stella Kid? Now all of a sudden, season 8? All of a sudden she cares about women in the sciences, with young women in the fire department. Like her characters, they've never introduced that in her character, and then now all of a sudden, season 7, she's big on getting young women into the fire department. Just these stupid woke storylines, and it's just tuning people out. Um, Hawaii 5 went down the tubes. It's ended, but yeah, these CW shows, like season 1 and 2 of Arrow, were really good. There was a dark and gritty that DC seemed to want to go for, but it was done right. Manu Bennett, aka Slade Wilson, was really good. It was just really good, and then they just went. It's like they got the audience up for the first 2 seasons of Arrow and the first couple of seasons of Flash, and then they just went flip the switch, got their audience, and then they just went woke as hell. CW, their really only good show left they got is Supernatural, but even that's been going downhill for the last few years. When they got away from them just doing their characters out of the back of the car hunting monsters, and it become all about the big god and heaven storylines, and just become silly. That's the CW, but yeah, so it'd be interesting to see if Batwoman actually gets cancelled mid-season 2, like if she might only get 13 episodes or something. But it's amazing that these shows are still going. I think they would have been cancelled by now if they weren't the political shows that they want to be, because they know if they cancel the show, people will make a PR nightmare out of it. If they were just a normal TV show, it would have been cancelled by now. Yeah, Batwoman all-time low, and Ruby Rose, even as an Aussie, she's awful. She's the worst actor in the world. She was in John Wick 2. She was terrible in that. She was in the latest, the reboot of the Vin Diesel, Xander Cage, Triple X franchise. That movie was horrible in itself, but Ruby Rose was the worst character in that too. She always seems that every character, because she can't act, so she plays herself as a character, and she's just awful. She's like Brie Larson, just a plank of wood. Um, just, yeah. So we'll see what happens. I think she's up to episode 18 now. It's not getting any better, it's just getting worse. Supergirl's crashing, so we'll see what happens. Okay, that's it, guys. Like, subscribe, hit the bell for notification, share videos, tell your friends, and see you next time.